Hello, crafty friends. This is Michael Raleigh, and I'm here with the Bundle of the Month collaboration. And I want to show you how to make this card with the Impressions Abloom stamp bundle and the paper that coordinates with it. So truly, this paper here was my inspiration. I loved the flow of colors in the rainbow, and I just wanted to highlight that by duplicating the flowers in a rainbow color. You can see that here. Now there's something special I also want to show you about this die cutting set. When you get the die cuts, you get not only the outline of the flower, which would die cut out your flower stamp, but you also get this detailed impression in here. So what I did was I took my dies and figured out how they went together. Here we go. And then I took a piece of washi tape and I taped them together so that when I die cut them, I got the detail as well as the outline. So I'm going to just show you how I did that here. And you'll also notice even in these little centers, you can do the same thing. There's an outside cut and there's an inside detailed impression. So putting this in my little mini, I'm going to stack my plates so that they're a little offset. And I'm going to run this through here. And both of those dies together run through pretty smoothly. And then when you pop this off, again, you can see exactly all those details from that die. It is so fun to do. Now, all you have left after you just cut a bunch, and I used this rainbow order as my inspiration for my colors, which you'll see in the tutorial sheet. I'm gonna add this to my slimline card. And then I'm gonna lay these out. I kind of did the big ones first here, and then I came back and I'm gonna add these other ones. I don't want it to go off the edge because I still want it to fit in the envelope. I've got my dark color here. I'm gonna leave all my centers there. And I just played with this kind of like a puzzle, right? Until I got this how I liked the look of it. And then I'm gonna show you a little trick that I learned from another video somewhere along the line. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is brilliant. And this is the perfect time to use this. Okay, so there's my flowers kind of all lined up how I want them. They're not exact, but they're pretty darn close. And instead of taking them all off again and situating them, I am going to use some press and seal. So this is just something that you can buy at your grocery store, and it's kind of got a light tack to it. And I'm going to just lay this over my flowers and press it down really easily here. And then I'll pick this up gently, and as you can see, it picks up those flowers just in the order that I had them. So now I can turn this over and I can add my adhesive, and the ones that are on the back or fully seen, I'm adding just regular tape runner. And then the ones that are kind of forward, I'm gonna add pop dots or dimensionals to them. And that way I have a little bit of lift to the flowers and a little more dimension. This one I think I'm gonna add some of the tape runner to, and then I'll add my pop dot to this one here. And then a dimensional to this one. And then maybe one more dimensional. Sorry if that got a little bit off screen. Let's get this back up here. Okay, so you can see I've got my flat adhesive here on these, and then I've added pop dots where I want them. Now I can take these dimensional little things off. And again, some of them are going to be overlaid. That's totally what you want, right? This is sticky, so my fingers are sticking to it, or my arm is sticking to it as well as it's sticking to the paper. And then I'm going to just pick this up again, pull my card out there with my paper on it, and now this all has adhesive, so I can reline this up to where I want it. Again, making sure it's not going off the card, and I'll be able to move these if it does, but let's do that, and let's give it a little bit of a stick. And then this press and seal just peels right off, leaving your pieces adhered to the card. Isn't that amazing? I love how that works. Now I am gonna do just a little bit of an adjustment here. It got a little higher than I wanted to, so I think everything else looks pretty good here. Okay, and then the final step is using the stamp, I Appreciate You, from the stamp set. This is the only stamping I'm actually gonna do. I am using the new Secret Sea ink color, which I just love. And I'm gonna give that an impression there. Now I'll just go along and using my dimensionals, the flowers that are a little bit flatter to the page, I'm gonna add dimensionals to and put centers in. And then those that are already raised, I'm gonna actually just use my adhesive and do those flat too. Okay, let's speed this up a little bit as I put the centers on all of the flowers. Okay, now I have all the pieces on there. I have done my stamping, and my final detail that I want to add is one of these tiny bee trinkets. So delicate and so fun. I have one sitting up here. I'm just going to add a little bit of a glue dot to that. And then I'll pull that off, and where do I want my bee to land today? I think I'm going to put him right here. And there is my card. It's so super simple. The thing that takes the time is cutting flowers, but cutting out those flowers makes me happy. Thanks for stopping by.